right, everyone. Today we have to talk about the Nintendo Switch 2 because there's some interesting stuff happening with the pre-order situation. And no, unfortunately, we don't actually have a real update on pre-orders here in the United States. But what we do have is scalping already in the United States. That's right, all over eBay and associated websites. Scalpers are having a field day. And you know what's really awesome about that fact? We fans, or not me, but some fans, I should say, are out there defeating scalpers already. Listings are being taken out by the thousands over on eBay, thanks to the community over on the Nintendo Switch 2 subreddit. This is actually a really great story that, unfortunately, they can only do this for so long. But I will say, if you are here in the United States, you're here in Canada, hey, our pre-orders haven't even gone live yet, so stop scalping on eBay. Stop trying to buy from scalpers on eBay. Just don't buy from scalpers in general. Just to give you an idea, some areas that have already sold out of pre-orders of Switch 2, as of today, have started another round of pre-orders. There's going to be multiple rounds of pre-orders, so even if you don't get in that initial wave, there will be more. Please do not buy a scalp system. That being said, let's go over to this story after I remind you we are giving away a Nintendo Switch 2 in the pinned comment and down in the description. But first, let's go ahead and look over at Nintendo Life. So they got the story over here. Says fans fight back against Nintendo Switch 2 scalpers. Hate scalpers on eBay? Report them. And we're going to go over how you can do this as well. So IGN reports that some people are heading out to online auction sites and reporting some of the most expensive listings. Simply by searching on eBay for Nintendo Switch 2, you can find listings for the console at over the RRP to varying degrees, with some consoles available for buy it now prices and over $700 USD. Even though pre-orders have gone live in other countries, scalpers are still an issue in the UK, where some are selling the console for over £500. Over on the Nintendo Switch 2 subreddit, some fans have shared how they're dealing with scalpers, and it's with a healthy amount of reporting. Bye-bye, scalpers. Look at all these reported scalpers getting taken care of. Scalpers on eBay. If anyone wants to do a bit for the society, go on eBay, report the scalpers. I've had about 15 listings removed, spent literally minutes removing them. How many scalper listings did get taken down? While not all attempts are successful, it's heartening to see people push back against those trying to take advantage of the market. We shouldn't have to deal with this, but the increase in success rate is notable. As IGN notes, eBay's own terms and conditions state the pre-sale listings must have pre-sale in the description. That's a big one to look for, and must ship within 40 days of purchase. That's a big one there because the Nintendo Switch 2, as of today, is like 55 days away. So none of these listings are within 40 days. So it's impossible for them to be shipped to you in the next 40 days. So those are the two caveats in which most of these listings are being taken down, because eBay obviously is a resale site. So yeah, you can scalp there, but it's really, really fun to take out these scalpers because we want to stick it to them, because they are taking units away from legitimate consumers when pre-orders aren't even live everywhere. So we're going to head on over to the Nintendo Switch 2 subreddit to go over how you can report these scalpers. So as we look here, it says how to report Switch 2 scalpers on eBay. Super easy. Fight for real gamers. I saw a lot of comments from people saying they want to report scalpers but don't know how. So here's a quick tutorial. Let's do this together. You can move faster on a computer, so this tutorial is made for PC users. It might look a bit different on mobile, but it works the same way. So how to report a fake pre-sale listing. All right, click on the item you want to report, scroll down to the About This Item section on the left side, click Report This Item. Fill out the form like this: report category, listing practices, reason for report, inappropriate seller terms, detail reason, pre-sale. In the description box, write something like this or just copy paste it. This seller is listing a pre-sale pre-order item without actually owning it. The Nintendo Switch 2 is scheduled to release on June 5th, 2025. At this time, no one has the Switch 2 in hand. This violates eBay's policy on pre-sale listings. Click Submit Report and done. You will get an email from eBay with more info about your report. Let's keep the Switch 2 from scalpers for the players, not the flippers. If you even know a better or faster way, obviously feel free to share it. And this was corrected by ChatGPT because English isn't my first language, but I did write it myself. Also, the image in the middle was generated with ChatGPT, but I edited the rest with Photoshop. Obviously, just this quick little thumbnail thing. So yes, this is this to me is just really, really good to do. It's great to get rid of the scalpers while we can. And again, the key terms are if it doesn't say the word pre-sale, and the fact that Switch 2 doesn't come out for more than 40 days from now means all of these listings are technically breaking Nintendo's terms of service, whether they're being listed foreignly and then being put out in like the United States, eBay, whether it's UK or other territories as well. Guys, scalping sucks. And it is an unfortunate reality we're going to have to deal with here in the United States. It's an unfortunate reality we're going to have to deal with in Canada and pretty much all over when pre-orders are live everywhere. Japan's probably going to have this problem as well. A lot of countries, scalping is legal. Some countries, it's not legal, but people still do it. Anyways, guys, please, I cannot emphasize this enough. Do not buy from scalpers. It does not do anything to help anyone. I understand FOMO, but you're paying more for something that's going to be very well stocked. We have heard from many retailers that this will be the most well-stocked launch of all time, and restocks should be happening rapidly. Even if you can't get a Nintendo Switch 2 on day 1, folks, get it on day 3, get it on day 7, 10. It's okay. If you try hard enough, you'll be able to get one for whatever MSRP is, which currently in the US is $449 and then $499 for the bundle. Also, something I just wanted to point out, some people are not aware of this, and I want to make people aware of it. And again, this is the fault of Nintendo for not really doing a good job of this. Many territories are listing the Mario Kart World Bundle, the $499 edition that we have here in the US, as a temporary limited item. What does that mean? That this will not be for sale forever. The $449 will obviously be, that's their standard system, but the bundle is supposedly limited. We don't know if it's limited with restocks coming up. We don't know if this is just a planned thing through the rest of this year. I would venture to guess that this Mario Kart World Bundle, especially with all the backlash, it's going to stay probably available, at least in my estimation, all the way through December. I think Nintendo will just say, screw it. Let's just keep making these bundles all the way through the first holiday. And then maybe when we get to 2026, we start to phase it out on shelves and get people used to buying the regular edition and the unfortunately priced $80 Mario Kart World. But maybe I won't be saying unfortunately priced after next week, because I always have to remind people we do have a Mario Kart World Direct next week. We will be live streaming that Direct. It is going to be a lot of fun, but hopefully there's enough content in there that maybe people feel a little different about the price point, as that is the only $80 game. And that's going to do it here for this video. I have another one I need to get into that might not be so positive. This is actually a really great video because people are literally getting rid of scalpers. That's always a positive. But the next video we work on might not be having that positive energy, because you know what? We cover the news here at Nintendo Prime, and not all the news surrounding Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be positive. There's going to be negative stories as well. And no, we don't avoid those negative stories when warranted. And this one is looking more and more likely that it is warranted to cover. But we'll see if that's my next video. It will be a video at some point. But, you know, I got to see the way the news wire is flowing, and I'm behind in stories. So even this one has been happening all week, and it took me till today to get to it. So I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am Nathaniel Robojans from Nintendo Prime, and as always, I'll catch you in the next video.